Hello, hello. Just waiting for a few people to jump on. Hey, Mom. Can you say hi so I can make sure that I see comments? Dale, can you turn the overhead light off, please? Hi, Adele. So, I don't know if you guys remember. Hi. Yay, I can see comments. I don't know if you guys remember, but a while back we were doing some of my divider cards. Hey, Mama. And we did a few. We did January and we did March with our baby dragon wiggling, and we did April, and we did May, and we did June and October and November and December. But I still have February and July, August, and September to do. So I started thinking, since I just got home, this would be a quick, fun, easy job for us to do. So I decided on February. And I chose Fairy Smiles because they are back in stock. Hi, Francis. So if you guys loved these cute little, oh, I have something dirty on my on my paper. Anyway, so if you guys loved these when they came out, I love them too. So since they're back in stock, I thought I would use them tonight. And since we're doing February and Valentine's Day falls in February, I thought, how cute would it be if I colored this one like me and this one like Dale, and we'll just make our little February. So with that, I decided to add this rabbit hole design set that my bestie gave me not that long ago. They're Marquee Words from Rabbit Hole Designs, and I thought that would be super fun if we used one of the words from that. So I stamped the word love, and I stamped the two people. Hi, Jeannie. I stamped these two people. So I want to put them all, and it looks like a whole lot on a little bitty card, but I promise we're going to figure it out. I stamped the word love with VersaFine because it's significantly darker. It's like a really solid black. It doesn't work real well if you're coloring, but I wanted to go ahead and use it for the sentiment because I thought it would be helpful. And I might want to add Pure Magic sentiment afterwards, so I kept the ink out so we could use that later. I also pulled some Copic markers for us to color with. And prior to the live, hey, what I did was I took my X-Acto knife, which is this little one that Jamie gave me, I think came from Amazon, but it's called Pen Blade and it's number 11. And you just press out the blade. And I went in there and I cut around her hands right here. So we're going to color her, but her feet are not going to show, so we're not going to color her feet. So I cut that prior to the show. Hey, Melanie. And then I thought we'd put these on the background. So I have lots of stuff for us to do tonight. But when we get down, we're going to have a cute little divider card for our February month. So that is what we are going to do tonight. So again, we're using Fairy Smiles. That's back in the shop, you guys. If you have this one, grab it and color with me. And then I'm using this Marquee Words from Rabbit Hole Designs, but you could use any words that you wanted. I just thought they'd be super fun, and since my bestie gave them to me, I thought, why not use them, right? So this is the little mat that I got from the Dollar Tree that I used when I cut her hands out so I wouldn't scratch up my Tim Holtz mat, which I have cut on before and I haven't really gotten any scratches, but I like to not take any chances when I don't have to. So I also have one of these. If you don't have one of these, it's just a standard grip sticky pad, so it's sticky. And we're going to put our little characters on here. We press them down, and then we can color them without them moving around. And that helps me be able to go ahead and cut these out before the live so that we can color them when we stick them on the sticky mat. Now we have to be careful because this one section over here already has some ink on it. So if we color on top of that, we could pull that into our image. So you never want to color with an ink underneath your image because that could be bad news for you. Just saying. So I usually take the rest of the plastic and I put it over any part that I'm not using. So when I put my hand over it, it doesn't stick to the mat. So I'm just using my espresso to press that down. We have these in the shop too. Lots of colors. I also pulled out some sequins and a little sequins thingy I got from it says Trinity Stamps on it, but I got it from Pear Blossom Press when I was at the show this a couple times ago. So I'm going to put this aside for now. We'll come back to that. And I'm going to put this love aside for now. We're going to color these little guys. And I'm going to go ahead and zoom in so you can see a little better. I'm going to put my Distress Inks aside because we're going to color first. So zooming on in. Can you guys hear me and everything's like going okay? Just not sure. You can't really see my colors, but you'll be able to see them when I use them because I'll put the caps right here so you can keep up with me. Hey, Jamie. So we're going to start with E000. And I'm just going to do a light coat to wet the paper. I am using this Sweet Sentiment paper. I still have a little bit left. By the way, we have a new paper coming soon, so keep on the lookout for that. And also, since Jamie jumped on, yay! Everything's good so far. Oh, awesome. Yes, you did forget to give me the E21, but that's okay. We'll make do without it. So I don't know if you guys saw the post that just went into the group that there is an online retreat coming. It is already in the shop if you are interested. Our our retreats are pretty amazing. We use stuff from your stash from your house, so everybody's stuff ends up looking just, you know, a little bit different. And then we will also be sending a kit to go along with it. That is crap, Mom. We'll be sending a little kit that goes along with it that you'll use with this stuff in your shop. So anything that you really need that you may not have in your shop, we are going to be sending that to you. Some little goodies as well. So it will be coming to you live from Texas, where Jamie will be with me. So yeah, it's going to be super fun. You can go ahead and sign up. There is limited space because of the supply kit. We have to have, you know, we had to pre-order the supplies, so it is going to be limited. So you'll want to grab your retreat as soon as possible. It is $139.95. It includes the kit and 2 full days of awesomeness with Jamie and I, and we also have Tyler doing a class for you. You got those of you who follow us a lot on Facebook will know that Tyler is part of our design team, and we will also be having Amanda from Pear Blossom Press, so you'll get a little bit of a lot. Hi, Pam. So it's going to be super fun. We are really looking forward to it. And yes, it's going to be kind of, thank you, Jamie. It's going to be kind of bumped right on into just before we start traveling a whole lot. So if you need your fix of Sandy and Jamie, you should definitely look into that retreat. Hey, Pam. Hey, Christine. Okay, so I used E04 for the shadow area on this little guy, and now I'm jumping to E13. Now, if you guys saw that comment earlier, my E21 disappeared when I lost or somehow misplaced, or whatever you want to call it, a few of my markers. That was one of them that I have not had a chance to replace just yet, so I'm making do with some other colors. So you'll see a little bit of a different mix until I can get those replaced, and then I will color with my faves again. You'll be away on vacation. Oh, what a bummer, Tammy. I'm so sorry. FYI, it will be in a private Facebook group, and you will be able to watch the replays if you aren't available the whole time. Now, if you're on vacation the whole time, I don't know if you want to do a whole retreat on replay, but for those that might have something going on and will miss a little bit, don't worry, you won't miss all of it because you can watch the replay in the group and you'll still be eligible for prizes. So all good things. You get back on the 7th. I think it's the 7th and 8th. I think. Yes, I'm glad you're going to be around for that too, Mama. Okay.
Friday and Saturday?
It is Friday and Saturday.
Yeah, so that is the 7th and 8th.
Yep, 7th and 8th. Okay, E11 is the next color. There's one more color after this, so we will add some blush prior to finishing up this color. They're gonna be a little bit tan, like they've been hanging out in Texas for a while and the sun's been beating down on these little guys, so they won't be real pale like we usually do. It sounds like there's bugs hitting the window. So let's see, does anyone have any questions about the retreat? Let us know. Pop in now. Now's a good time. Jamie and I are both here, so we can definitely answer any questions. Travel was really good this time. Not too shabby. Super excited for the new paper. I mentioned that a little bit earlier. We don't have any final details on that, although we can say it is somewhat in transit. It's been ordered, and just keep your eyes peeled for that. It's coming soon. All right, so I'm going to grab R11 because it's very, very light, and I'm going to put a little bit on his cheeks because he's super happy to be with his girl fairy. We still have a bunch of travel to do the rest of this year. Hi, Heather. Oh, thank you, Mama. All right, so I'm going to finish off this little guy with the E00. So making sure I got a really good blend and that I don't color his teeth. There, he's so cute. Hey, super glad to see you, Heather. It was a long flight. It was delayed a little bit, but since I got home early enough, I thought, since you guys usually anticipate me being around on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 9:30 Central, I thought I would go ahead and get my coloring fix on. So, benefits for you and benefits for me. Woo, woo. Okay, so now we're going to color the girl's skin the same colors we just did with the boy. I'm going to stick with the same, so it will look super cute. Hi, B. Hey. So, those that are just jumping on, we have posted a retreat in July 7th and 8th. So, if you want to check out the details, check it out on our website. It is there now. Yes, in the middle of all of this travel, we plan and work while we're driving, and one takes notes, one drives. That's just the way it goes. So I mentioned at the beginning of this live that from this part down, you are not going to see that. So I am not going to color any of this, and that's why. Business meetings in the car. How early will the retreat start on Friday? We generally start, Jamie, is it 9 or 10? I think we generally start at 9 a.m. Central Time. I think. We hadn't decided that 100% for sure yet. It will either be 9 or 10. Is there one that works better for some people? Now's the time to give your opinion. I think I'd have to pull the documentation, but I think, yep, 9 to 9. I was like, I think I generally make it 9 to 9. The last 8 to 9 is usually games. So, uh-oh, you guys hear Jack? Nine Central is 7 Pacific. Oh, as we haven't made an itinerary yet. We have not made an itinerary yet, but Melanie, we could definitely keep that in mind. It's true. It's hard to meet everybody because you never know where everybody is as far as, but we, you know, we might be able to be a little flexible. Drink coffee, Melanie. That's funny. Hi, Rosie. I'm super excited to see all you guys jumping on tonight. This is E13. And it is the second color in my color combination. So I am going to put some of this in here, but not a whole lot. I don't want to tan her up significantly more than the other ones. Her hands are going to be a little bit out there. You've been watching all our travels? It's usually Jamie teaching first and me not fond of mornings. Absolutely. That's 1000% true. I am not a morning person. Just ask Joy. She'll tell you how the mornings went when we were traveling. I'm not a morning person at all. That's why you guys get me at 9:30 Central at night, because I am not a fan of mornings, but I do have to get up for a conference call in the morning tomorrow, I think at 9. So those of you who know, Jack's always here with us. Yes, Jamie will be live this weekend. Jack had a rough time right before I left on vacation. We thought we were going to lose him, but he pulled through, so we're super happy about that. But he now has to be on seizure medications. So, ooh, baby, is my camera touching the table? It's shaking. Shaking bacon.
It's Jack.
Oh, it's Jack. Jack says hi. He's shaking the camera. Sorry. R11 is, I think actually I might change to R12 just to give it a little bit darker for the girls, so it looks a little bit more like blush and a little bit less like regular cheek color. So R12 is what I'm going to use. These little fairies, the fairy smiles, are back in stock. In case you're just jumping on now, they are back and available. Yes, Me too, Mom. It was rough. I spent a lot of time at the vet. But he seems to be doing a little better. He's only had one seizure while I was gone, so he's doing a little better. But he had 3 in one day, and they were lasting like 20 minutes, so it was very, very scary. Okay, so this is E00. We're finishing off her skin with E00. There we go. So now we have her and him. And thank you, Jamie, for putting the link. And I know I haven't done her legs, and we're not going to because you won't be able to see them in the image. So now I have the skin tones done. And if you want to see those one more time before I put them away, I used E000, E04, E13, E11, and E00. Those are the ones I used for the skin. And I used R11 for the girls' cheeks, for the boys' cheeks, and R12 for the girls' cheeks. So now we're going to work on her hair. He doesn't have any, so we don't have to worry about him. But we're going to work on her hair. And, of course, I'm going to give her a bit of a purple hair. So I'm going to start with V09. And I'm going to turn my page just a little bit so I can get some angles going on here. This is a really dark color, so I don't really want to put a whole lot of this one because I don't want it to overpower what we have going on. But I am putting it around the flower and some of the little areas on her bangs. And then right under her little ear and close to her neck. Then she of course has some hair on this side, which the underside would remain dark. And there we go. You're finally falling asleep. Okay, get some good rest. I'm sure we'll be talking tomorrow. E09. Now this one is not really purple. This is kind of a burnt sienna. It's called burnt sienna, but it kind of has a little bit of a red in it, and so does my purple has some fuchsia in it, and this will kind of bring that out. The V06 will make it look more pink and purple, but this one just brings in the depth. So just going to put a little bit of this color in there, and all mixed together it will look really good. But for now it kind of looks a little bit brown instead of purple, but that's okay, we'll get there. There we go. I feel like I haven't colored it with you guys in a long time. I'm super excited to be coloring. I got to color a little bit at Jamie's house before I left to come home, but not too much. So this one is V06. It's actually called lavender, but it's really almost like a bright fuchsia-ish color. And mixed together with that E09 really brings out that brown and purple together. I like it a lot. This is how I make that color, which I've been asked a few times. How do you make that purple color for your hair? Well, I play around with lots of different colors, so I thought, why not show it on the live? So V06 has that more of a fuchsia color, and then V17 will bring us back to a purple. It's amethyst is the name of the marker color. And then I'm just going to put that in, blending and filling in the white spaces. I'm not going to go over all of it. I'm just kind of brushing in some very light strokes of this color because I thought it would be super cute that way. And look, now we have a purple color that looks pretty close to my hair color. Okay, so that was V09, E09, V06, and V17. When you look at them all, that sounds like a crazy combination, but look how cute it came out. I really like that. Okay, since I chose these two for the background, Lumberjack Plaid and Faded Jeans, I wanted to do some of the clothes and such in my favorite jean color, which is B99, 97, 95, and 93. And then I'm going to pull in, hi Nan, R59, R46, R24, and R43 as well. So I'm going to use these two, and then we'll filter in whatever other colors we need when we need them. Okay, so before I get to rolling too far into this blue jean color, Nan, we are going to do the military camouflage color. We can do it Wednesday or Thursday. You tell me which day works for you, because I know you requested that and I want to make sure you're here when I do it. So do you want Wednesday at 9:30 Central, or do you want Thursday 9:30 Central? Okay, I'm going to start with B99, and I'm going to do his jeans, his little overalls in this color. So I'm just going to put in the darkest colors where I want them for right now. So in addition to these fairy smiles, we also have our How Strong You Are military set back in stock as well. And we've had a request for how do you do camouflage coloring. So I want to make sure I get that done, but also when the person that requested it is available to watch. Wednesday. Okay, Wednesday it is. Wednesday we will be doing some camouflage coloring. So if you're interested in how to blend those colors and how to make a camouflage, then join us Wednesday and we will do that with our back in stock How Strong You Are set. Okay, B97 is next. This one still a bit dark, going with the blue jean color, but a little bit lighter than the last one. When we get to 95, it will lighten up quite a bit. So I don't want to put too much of this color in at this point. Just a little bit. So there we go, we're getting there. He's gonna have his little jeans done in a minute. B95 is next. If you want to make these look worn, you can always add W's to your color combination, and that will make them look like acid wash jeans, kind of, if you will. Now I like to have his pocket a little bit lighter than the rest of his clothes, so now I'm going to start filling in that pocket area. So a little bit on this bottom part right here. So now we're starting to get that color in there. Honey, can you turn on the fan? B93 is our next color, and this is the last one I've chosen. I know it's only a 4-color combo, but I want to keep his overalls a little bit more in the blue jean area because we're using that oxide that's a little bit darker than that B91. So So there we go. Now he has these cute little, hi Carrie. So now he has these cute little overalls on. Now I just realized, although I'm done with his overalls now, I just realized that I missed his eyebrows. So I'm just going to use this E09 that we used in her hair to just color his little eyebrows. Because we don't want to leave them uncolored. He needs to have colored eyebrows. Hi! Okay, so I think I'm going to go back to these colors because I also want to do this flower on his head, this flower that fell on his head, in this blue color as well, because I don't know, I just have a problem putting like a pink or red flower on his head. I just want it, I think it's a little more boyish if I stick with the blue. So I'm gonna stick with the blue. Again, this one's pretty dark, so I'm not going to do a whole lot with this one. Thank you to everybody who joined me tonight. It was a little bit of a rush to get back and get everything sorted for my trip. I did just fly home today. Got home about 7:38, somewhere around there. B93 is the last color, and we're just going to finish off this flower with that last color. There we go. So now his little flower's colored. I think I'm going to give him these red colors that I chose, are 59, 46, 24, and 43. I'm going to do his shirt in this color, but before I do that, I think I'm going to grab E44 and 42 and do his buttons. So I'm going to use 44 to kind of emphasize the center of those buttons, and then I'm going to use 42 to finish those buttons off. And I prefer to do that before I do the red, so I don't pull the red into the brown, which can happen if you touch red. It moves a lot, so you have to be a little bit cautious when you use the red. So I like to do my red usually last, but I have not done his wings yet. But honestly, I haven't decided 100% just yet what I'm going to do with those wings. So, because I haven't decided, I haven't done them first. I also noticed that I have these white squares in here, and that's going to drive me crazy. So we're going to X-Acto those out here in just a little bit. Alright, R46 is next. This is my favorite red. I feel like it's more of a true red. So I really like it. That's a personal preference. Not everyone feels like that's their kind of true red, but for me, it's my true red. I like it the most. Clearly, because it's the one with the dirtiest caps. R24 is next. Now we're just coloring him right now, but we are going to make him and her both on a project. So if you can stay awake and hang out with me, you can see the whole completed project. And putting the project together won't be that hard because I already came up with the plan. I just have to execute now. Okay, so R43 will blend these colors together really well. So it'll give him a little red shirt. And I want him to match with the girl. So I'm going to make her dress this red color. Or maybe I should make her dress blue too. I think the blue would look better with her hair. Yeah, let's go to the blue. let's go back to the blue. So B99. Now notice that there's a little spot right here where her wing is over her skirt. So we are not going to make under her skirt this dark blue because the wing would lighten it up a bit. So I'll show you what we're going to do with that just as soon as we get to that spot. Now I'm not going to do a whole lot on the bottom section of this dress because if you're just joining now, we already talked about that from the bottom of her hands down, you're not going to see that because it's going to be hidden in the final project. So I don't really want to spend a lot of time coloring that if you're not even going to see it. I'm going to make the top of her dress darker than the bottom, so I'm filling in quite a bit more at the top. You guys are mighty quiet. Are you still there? Still hanging out? B97 is next, and I think this blue is going to look really good with her hair. I'm super excited to finish that up. I like to kind of round out these pleats so it looks a little bit more like a really poofy dress. Yep, still there. Yay! Just watching, I understand. Oh, I almost forgot the top of her dress, and we want that a little darker, so I'm gonna fill in a little more. I probably won't use the last color on the top of her dress because I want it to be darker. So B95 will be the last one on the top of her dress, just so it stays a little bit darker than the rest of her dress. So see how we're building these pleats around her dress to kind of make a little bit more of a design on her dress than what you see when the artist draws it. But the artist gave you some extra little ideas of how to form that dress, so that was very helpful. Hi Tammy. Just watching quietly. I took the coloring class this weekend and y'all have been wanting some more help. Oh yeah, that's awesome. I'm super glad you're here then. B93 is the last color. So this is the one that I'm just going to take one light brush over the back. I want that to remain significantly lighter because it's behind her wings. And then we're going to use this last one to kind of finish coloring in the areas of the dress that are left. Just kind of blending them out. So the bottom of her skirt is a little bit lighter than the top of her skirt, which was exactly where I was going. And I think we're going to stick with the flower in her hair being, I think we're going to actually make it two-tone. So we're going to do B99 on the outside. We might put some red on the inside of the flower, just to give it a little bit of a variation there. I'm going to skip 97 this time and go straight to 95 because this is such a small space. I don't need a ton of colors in it. Now some people might color, you know, 5 colors in a tiny space like this, and that's fine, but you don't have to, and that's what I'm trying to show here, is that you don't really have to. So I'm skipping to B93, that's my last color, and I'm just going to finish off the outside of these flowers with this color, and I'm just kind of barely touching the paper because I want to keep it really, really light. Now, that was it for our blue, and we used 99, 97, 95, and 93. Now I'm going to switch back over to my red that we did earlier, which was R59, 46, 24, and 43. And what I'm going to do is just use my favorite color, which is this R46, in the center part of this little flower. And I'm going to use R43 just in the center part to kind of have that be just a little bit lighter than the rest. Okay, so now she has the two-tone flower. Now the only thing we don't have is we need to do the stem. So I'm just going to choose two colors. I don't think we need a whole lot for the stem, so I'm just going to grab two colors. And I'll just grab two that are close together so they're easy to use. So I'm going to grab G85 and 82. So we're going to take 85 and we're just going to put some of this in the darkest shadowy areas. And then I'm going to use 82 just to fill in that a little bit of that extra space there. Yay! That's it for them. Now we haven't done their wings yet. And I think I just want to add a little bit of blue to his wings and a little bit of blue to her wings. So I think I'm going to use B000. And I also like to use C00. I like to put a little bit of blue in there, but I also like to have white, have it look kind of white. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to take all the caps off both of them. I'm going to start with the blue, and I'm just going to kind of just put some little inside colors of blue. And I'm trying really hard not to touch that red, because if I touch that red and drag it out, then we're going to have blue and red wings. And that's okay, we can, but I just don't really want to. And then the C00, I'm just filling in the rest of the wings. That way it leaves just a little bit of a blue tint, but also makes it still appear white or see-through, if you will. We're going to do the same thing with hers. We got to be careful we don't mess it up by touching the purple in her hair. Probably going to put a little bit thicker on hers because she's a girl, and how cute is that? Okay, so that is my B000. And then I'm going to go over it with my C00, just to kind of wash it out a little bit and blend it. This is the way I like to do wings, but there are a lot of different ways. I'm also going to go over that part in the back that had a little bit of blue in it with this C00, because I want to lighten that up a little bit because her wing is in front of it. Now I think we'll add some bling like a gel pen or something to the wings when we get done. I don't want to do them just yet. So I'm just going to take these little guys and peel them off my sticky mat now that I finished coloring them. There we go. Then I just take this, place it back over top. I use my espresso to press it down so it'll stay good for the next time I want to use it. And then we're going to grab, and this is a personal preference, this is my cheap cutting mat from Dollar Tree. Most of hers is all cut out, but these little white spots right here under his arms make me crazy. So I am going to cut them out. Not everybody feels that way, but for me, I don't know. I just like it that way. So you just cut around the outside and then you just poke it out. I peel it off. usually peel to the back just in case it peels a little bit of the paper off. It's still unnoticeable from the front. So there we go. And then we're just going to do the other side the same way, just because I like it better that way, especially if I'm coloring the background of the background paper. It'll look funny if you don't see the background underneath his arms and you just see big white spots. It just looks funny to me. It's something that jumps out to me. So, hi Dawn. So now we have this little guy and this little girl. And I get her feet aren't done, so those people who are jumping on now, trust me, we'll get there. Okay, let's pull the pieces out. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. Not too much because I want you to be able to see everything I'm doing. So we already cut this word love. And I kind of think it needs a little bit of red in it. So I'm going to pull out my markers that I used earlier. My red colors. And I think I'm going to stick with 59 and 46. If we need to do something lighter, we can. But I want to go in here and I want to do just the bottom part of these little circles. I think this will give it a little bit of dimension and it'll make it look like the word love is lit up. That is what I'm going for. So I'm just going to go all the way around, keeping the bottom part in the red. And it'll move as I go around the O. Doesn't have to be perfect. I mean, it is our own design, so okay. I will do the V and the E, but this is drying, so I want to go ahead and add the R46 in there now so I get a little bit of color. I don't want to put too much, and notice I'm going from the white into the dark color. See how cute that looks? I love it. Now I'm just doing a little bit of tapping because I don't want to saturate the paper too much. I want to keep it really light. I think it just brings this word to life. Okay. And I'll show you kind of up close. I think you'll be able to see it better if it's up close. You can see the different variation of color in there. When you see it for real, it really stands out. So I'm going to go back to our 59 and I'm going to do the V and the E. Doesn't take very long. It's pretty quick. But I think it just adds a little pizzazz. And I think that makes it fun. I mean, it is Marquee Words, so you kind of want them to look like. Alright, so just tap in that R46 in there. Now this is going to all make sense in just a minute when I get ready to put it all together. Why I didn't color her feet and all that stuff. Okay, so there's our word love, which I may end up putting a little bit of white gel pen in there if I remember to do it. So now we have our little guys. I'm going to put those aside. We're going to color the background of this. I want to put some red on the bottom and then I'm going to go into blue. So I'm going to start with Lumberjack Plaid. This is the first time I've used it, so I have no idea how it's going to come out, but we're going to try it. I'm going to start off the paper and go onto it because I don't want it to be too dark. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just whatever. You just go till you're happy. I think that makes me happy. Now I'm going to switch from Lumberjack to Faded Jeans. And I'm going to go at the top for this one. I'm going to grab me a little napkin if I can find one. I'll just use this so I don't put my fingerprints all over this. I'm going to come in. This blue, I want it to be a little bit darker on the edges, and then I want it to be lighter on the inside, and I'm okay with it blending with this little bit of red that's on my desk, because I think that will really bring together the red and blue. I think I'm going to go over this part as well, just a little bit. We'll wipe it off with a paper towel when we're done so that the word February will really stand out. I'm going to go back in with this red and just kind of blend between that red and that blue to get a smoother look. I didn't add any more ink to my red. I just came in for the blend purpose. Now I'm going to do it one more time with the blue, just to get that good blend in there. I like it. I'm happy with that. I'm going to grab a paper towel so I can wipe off the word February and I can clean off my desk. So I'm just rubbing the word February since it has like shiny to it. I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to close my oxides. And I'm going to clean my desk. So just with water and my paper towel. And now I won't get that on anything else. Nice. Okay, back to this. We have our 3 pieces here, and I do want to stamp something at the top of this. So I have already put it exactly where I want it to be. And I wanted to do it after I did the oxide because I didn't want to oxide over it. I wanted to do it after. So let's make sure, yep, it's in the perfect spot. I'm going to use my VersaFine because I want it to be really dark, deep dark black. It says Pure Magic. It's a little bit hard to read because it's so small, but that's what it says, I promise. Pure Magic. And that's what I feel like these little guys are. Pure Magic. Now let's finish putting it together and then we'll bring it up a bit. Okay, so here's where it comes in why I didn't color the bottom of her. So remember at the beginning of the show I said I cut her hands with the X-Acto knife. I want those hands. I'm using my Barely Art glue. I haven't used this baby bottle, precision bottle in a long time. I'm going to come back here and put a little bit on her hands because I want her to look like she's leaning on the word love. So I put some on her hands. I'm going to press that for a second, just till it sticks. And then I'm going to put a little bit underneath here where her legs are, where I did not color her legs, but I want them to sit on here. Okay. Look at that. How cute is that? So she's going to go right here. And he's going to go right here. Because he's super happy to see her. Because she's been traveling like crazy. Okay, so I think I'm going to put him, I think I want to put him in front. So I'm going to make sure his little foot goes in front as well as his arm on the word love. Just like this. Trying to get him situated. There we go. That's where I want him to be. Although I probably want to fan him out just a little bit like that. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put a little bit of glue underneath his foot so it sticks to the word love. And then I'm going to put a little bit under his arm so he also sticks. That way we have him lined up exactly the way we want him. We have her on there. So now we have the whole set together. I'm going to press it with my espresso. And then I'm going to glue the whole thing. So it'll stay. Looks like I'm putting a lot of glue, but I'm really not. Just putting a little bit here and there. This glue dries invisible, so if I get too much, it'll just come off. Okay, so now we're going to place this on here where we want it. It's just a little bit off. There we go. The Barely Art glue allows you just a couple of seconds to move it around to get it in the right spot for you. And then when it sticks, it sticks. So I'm just going to turn it over, press it really good, and then flip it back over. So it says February is pure magic, and I have the little love on there. And then now we're going to use some of this clear jelly roll. It's called Clear Star Jelly Roll. Hi, Deanna. And we're going to use our white jelly pen. So we're going to use both of them. I'm going to start with the white jelly pen, and I'm going to put just a teeny bit of a dot in his eyes and her eyes, because I think that just brings them to life when you put that little dot in there. And I'll zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. I like that. And I kind of want to touch just a little bit on these words as well, because I think this will make them pop just a little bit. And I'm going to put that on the same side of all the letters. This one I might go down the other side just because, and a little bit lighter, because you get a lot more light on this side. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And this is going to make that word love really pop out. Hi, Deanna. I'm good. I'm a little tired, but I'm good. Hi, Deborah. Just got back today from Idaho. We're just trying to make some of this pop a little bit. So we're adding some white gel pen. We're going to add some of the Clear Star to the wings to make them pop out. I really like how this is making the word love pop out. I like it a lot. That looks really good. Oh, you saw the retreat post first. Are you excited? It's going to be super fun. I can't wait. Okay, I'm going to take now this Clear Star, and I'm just going to put some just some lines from inside their wings. I'm not going to color it solidly in, and then I'm going to touch it so it's just a little bit lighter, and I'll show you. I'll hold this up and hopefully you'll be able to see the glitter in it. It will probably not be very good on camera, but that'll make them just a little sparkly, but not too sparkly. I love coloring these fairies. You can do so much with these fairies. They're super fun. I also think it'd be kind of neat to put just some little, if my pen wants to write, it might not want to write on oxide ink very well. But I'm just going to put a few little marks out here. Oh yay, you already signed up. That's amazing. That's awesome. We have some good, exciting things to show you guys. So the stars aren't working so well, so we're going to switch to confetti. This calls for confetti. We're going to switch to some confetti. This is called Sparkle All the Way. We got these at our last retreat. And I'm just going to use my Barely Art glue that I haven't used in a long time. I'm just going to put some dots out here. I know, I'm excited too. I can't wait. And I'm going to use this to just pick them up. I think they're going the wrong way though. I need the flat part to be on the bottom. Ooh, I think these are gonna look awesome, Sauce. I'm excited. I've never used this type of sequence stuff. Jamie laughs at the way I say sequence, but I can't help it. I'm just trying to flip these over. There's one flipped over. That's a good one. We'll put that one right there. There's some bigger ones. Here, this one's bigger. Let's pick this one. Oh, look, there were two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will be perfect. Oh, I'm liking this tool. I just got this tool. It's awesome. Look at that! How cute is that? So in light of finally getting to see my hubby, I thought we would do this. This is a cool tool. I got this from Pear Blossom Press. It has like a little wax that you pick up your stuff on one end and a pokey tool on the other end. That's super cool. Okay, so now we can put it in here. This was our January. So now we can put our February in there. And now we have our January and our February. Yay! Okay, I'm going to back it out so you guys can see. This is the January one we did a while back. And here's the one we did tonight. That is so cute. I love it. Do you guys just love it? I like how I put her behind the word. I just think that's awesome. It came out as good as I had hoped. And then we made this one the other night, and you press the button and he lights up. We made this one maybe a week ago, I guess. Can you see him? He lights up. And then this is March, and this is April. And I have May and June. I did all of these with you guys. And then I missed July, August, September, which we'll do soon. Then I have October, November, and December. Yay! I almost have all my months ready. I'm so excited. So here was our tonight. we'll put it in front so you guys can really see it. Isn't that just the cutest? I hope you guys enjoyed that, and it was super fun hanging out with you. Don't forget, we have the retreat going on. Hi, Meg. We have the retreat posted now, so you're more than welcome to go out there and check it out, see what all the fuss is going to be about. It's going to be super fun. If you've never been to one of our retreats, you're missing out. Ask around. People will tell you it's super fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to meet me back here tomorrow night at 9:30 Central. We will be learning how to do camouflage on our How Strong You Are little guys and gals. So if you have always wanted to know how to do that and you'd like to color with me, stamp out your little images, we'll color them tomorrow night. And then her retreats are so fun. So fun. So I will definitely see you guys tomorrow night. I'm headed off to get some well-needed sleep, and I hope you guys have a great evening. Hi, Sharon, and I will see you guys tomorrow night, 9:30 Central Time. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening. Good night.